Good morning and welcome to another exciting episode of ObiDatti Updates on ObiDatti Family TV. I am Jamie DeJoy and with me is King Cam.
Yeah, King Camps is my name, and you know what we do right here on the ObiDatti Updater is about updating you on what's happening on the campaign train and around the campaign train and how we're moving the message of Mr. Peter Obi to the people right here from ObiDatti Family Television. It's always amazing doing this with you, Jojo. High five before we start, because I know you're going to give me an amazing episode today. Okay, today's going to be really nice because all the way from Lagos we have one I would love to describe as one of the best admin managers that I've ever seen. When it comes to administration, she takes it for excellence. She takes it level by level and is able to, multitask at the same time. We don't get people like this every day. So when I heard she was going to be joining my show this morning, or our show this morning, I was really happy to have her on the flanks to join the show. I'm talking about no other person than Barrister Anna. She's a realtor, also a lawyer, and at the same time, a very strong grassroots mobilizer for the ObiDatti campaign train. Good morning, Barrister Anna. Welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning so much. I'm really happy and elated to have you on the show this morning. When we heard you were joining the show, we were very happy because we knew that there's going to be a lot to talk about. But then we'll be trying to squeeze in the lot to talk about in so little time. We've seen everything that's been going on right now. But we want to start off with the foremost question, just something to water the plants before we get into cultivation. Why did you decide to support Mr. Peter Obi?
Interesting. I decided to support His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi because I've known people who have worked with him, who have said, I followed his antecedents in Anambra. I've had friends who are from Anambra State who keeps preaching about him without even us knowing he was going to be running for president. They keep saying he's the best governor that's ever existed in Nigeria. I've had interactions with some of his close associates, and everybody keeps saying excellent things about him. His leadership skills, the way he carries himself. I've had the opportunity to meet him twice in the public function. I even tried offering my seat to him, and he said, no, you sit down. So, see such a character in Nigeria for an elite of that level. Trust me, he's from heaven. He treats everybody the same.
Yeah, Barrister Anna. I understand that you are a proud supporter of ObiDatti movement, our principal, the person of Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. But I want to know, so far, what have you been able to put in place to support the movement, to take Peter Obi to the next level?
I have a team. Let me give credit to those who started. We realized that 4 months ago or 3 months ago, sometime in October, November, everybody was crying about materials. You go to every spaces on Twitter, is the same story. So I decided with a team of trusted people and said, if we keep waiting for them, if we keep listening to these tears and we don't take action, I don't think we have to win the election. We need to take the elections to the grassroots. So we started something called a material bank project, where we started it with our own funding, producing materials, trying to create the Labour Party logo awareness, because that's what is going to be on the ballot in every local government area in the country. So we carried everybody along. For the women, we did Labour Party branded matches. We did Labour Party branded aprons for market women. The matches was mostly for the women in the rural communities in the north, since some of them cannot wear aprons according to their dressing. So we did posters, We did dummy ballots and 100,000 in a total. I want to believe we've produced close to like 4,000 dummy ballots so far. We sent it to every, including the states in insecurity. You won't believe it. Including the states in insecurity. I'm sorry, somebody tried to come. You won't believe it. So we started with, my apologies, I'm having a phone call. We started with River States. From River State, we went to Akwa Ibom.
Oh, Barrister, I think the phone call is kind of distorting the message you're trying to pass. But still, let's see how we can manage it through. You mentioned a couple of things directly. I just want us to nail to hammer kind of answers right now because we're almost running out of time.
Okay.
A lot of people have seen Lagos State, particularly as one of those foundation states of the All Progressives Congress, and obviously one of the front contenders of this election who's running alongside running on that same party, APC, was also a former governor of Lagos State. What are the Peter Obi chances in Lagos State, and how is it looking right now in Lagos State?
I'll tell you, Peter Obi stands 55% chances in Lagos State. 60% of Lagosians are living in stress and hardship. They leave their houses at 4 a.m. They're in buses committing to come to their job sites. A majority of them are below the minimum. They are living below the minimum wage, because if you have to travel for 4 hours to come to work, travel to go back, you're dealing with housing issue. There's just a lot. So I strongly believe if everybody steps out and casts their votes on the ballot, we are winning over Lagos State. It's not even a matter with the beavers and the new electoral code. We are taking over Lagos State. Because except for those who are beneficiaries to the state government, an average Lagosian is struggling.
Okay, Barrister Anna, quickly, I'm going to take you back to what you said earlier on. You spoke a lot on you and your crew going out to sensitize the market women and a lot of people. That's a very nice one. Thank you so much. But I want to know, one thing is to go out to sensitize people, and another thing is to convince them. Another thing is to make them understand that the person you're talking about, the gospel of the person you preach it to them, is qualified to govern them, to rule them. I want to know, what has been your challenge? What have you been going through? What have you been coming across when you go out to sensitize people?
Oh, actually, I don't even go out to sensitize. Everywhere I sit, is a campaign, is an avenue to campaign for His Excellency. What my team and I does is we send materials to every local government. I have a group for all the states where there are a team of active grassroots volunteers who there's a leader. In most cases, for example, in most states, they are so well coordinated that when the materials reaches the state, all the local government coordinators have to partition it equally according to the number of wards, the number of polling units in the state. But what I've done in Lagos, I've carried every Uber and Bolt driver along. I've provided them with materials and they've accepted it. Some tell me, "Ma, I slept in the filling station. If you have materials, give me. I'll be going back to where I'm staying. Let me go and do campaign." So I've never had any resistance. Everywhere I go to is an avenue for campaign for me. In the salon, in the hospital, if I'm hanging out with my friends, in restaurants, I ask everybody if they picked up their PVCs. So it has not been a challenge. Those who don't have materials to sensitize in their areas, I make sure I procure materials and I send it to them.
Okay, Barsana, it's amazing to see that challenges aren't at the forefront of your own part of the dealings with the ObiDatti campaign. But right now, disbursement of materials itself is not even easy. And looking at the fact that a clear-cut look into the number of support groups we have for the ObiDatti campaign across the 774 local governments in Nigeria is quite very enormous. It's a very large number. So how have you been able to disburse these materials to people directly to support groups that you know that are actually need them? Because we also getting constant complaints about people who need support material rather support groups of the campaign organization that need materials to reach out to the grassroots and also send this message to them, especially in the north, especially up north. So how have you been able to do the disbursements to these areas?
Funny enough, I don't run a support group. What we did, I go to Twitter, grassroots mobilizers in Gombe, comment below. You see, I'm from Gombe, I'm from Gombe. I create a WhatsApp group for them called a material bank group. Up north, I've been very lucky. In some states, there have been very responsible people who don't run support groups. In Adamawa, for example, after the campaign, after the rally in Adamawa, I just wrote, if you're in Adamawa, comment below. Mind you, my Adamawa material bank has 250 foot soldiers. They are not in any support group. I realized the support groups were focused in the centers. 80% of them have not reached the grassroots. Quote me anywhere, because I've been to every state. 80% of them, I started asking members of the PCC to give me numbers of women leaders in various states up north. I found some very active and transparent and honest obedience who want change in states like Katsina, Sokoto, Sokoto, in Kaduna, since Kaduna is very big. So that's how we started. And once we create a material bank, you add other people you know they are working. I insist they are working because they have to send me pictures on all the activities to follow up. Since my donors are anonymous, so I need to be posting those pictures or sending it to the donors. I even have their private numbers for them to see what is going on. So I don't work with any support group because I've had challenges of people coming into the material bank group and start saying, oh, I am the president of this. I said, this is not a support group. We are dealing with local governments. If you cannot state your local government, then I don't think you're in the right group. So that's how I've been able to achieve success.
Okay, Barrister Anna, then a very quick one. I want to let you know, I want to let you go now, but a very quick one. We all know that the election is fast approaching. In less than 17 days, this country will be going into a general election. And this is not just an election, this is the kind of election that will determine the future and the state of the country. Now, I want to know, what is your faith concerning the 2023 election?
My take concerning the 2023 election is that leave your house and go and vote. Protect your vote and make sure your vote counts. Leave your house, go to the polling unit, vote and make sure your vote counts.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Barrister Anna. It was nice having you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Barrister Anna. It's really amazing listening to you. I wish we could obviously talk more, but time wouldn't permit us to speak so much. But thank you. We see all you're doing for a better Nigeria. We see all you're doing to make the Nigeria that we all dream to be proud of to become a possibility. Thank you so much, and it's going to be amazing if we could have you on the show some other time. Let's talk Atlanta, because I know today was so much.
Again, I a 24 hours invitation. This was too swift, and I had to swing in.
Definitely, we'll do this some other time in a more, calm and suitable manner. And be sure my producer will let you in before.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in on this edition of ObiDatti Updates. There's still a whole lot going to meet you today at exactly the stroke of 12. We'll be having Diaspora Diaries come up, and that's where we speak to obedience who live outside the country and are doing their own quota and supporting Mr. Peter Obi from the diaspora ends. Please make sure you keep subscribing to the ObiDatti Family Television, and make sure you drop a like on this video and also share this link with friends and speak to them about Mr. Peter Obi and his running mate, Datti Mohammed. For this episode and for watching and for joining me and the most beautiful, intellectual, and amazing Joy Jemade.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And make sure you stay here on ObiDatti Family TV. Till we meet again, au revoir.
Thank you.